So my tail wheel broke. This is the original tail wheel from my Kitfox 4, and it goes right there. And so I've been searching to see what I can change it for. Kitfox has some of these leaves, and it has the one leaf like this one, or it has 3 leaves that you can buy from them. But I was thinking that where I fly, the runway is pretty rough. We have an airport that we have a paved runway, so I was thinking of something stronger maybe. The problem with this is when this breaks, when this broke, this set right on the rudder. So fortunately, we got in the plane and we sat on the plane, and as soon as we sit on the plane, this collapsed and it just fell to the rudder. And had we been taxiing fast or taking off or landing, and then this broke, then it would have caused a lot of damage. So I got a little nervous about another failure like this. So I decided to go for something stronger, maybe to my peace of mind. And so I got this T3, and that T3 is going to replace this spring. And then also the other thing that I was thinking about is replacing this wheel for one that is pneumatic, so it's inflatable and you can inflate it. And Matco provides one that it's, I went with the 8 inches one, so this is 6, and this is 8 and 6 inches. And so this one will help me with all the rocks that we have on the runway, and it'll roll a lot better. And so this was my choice. This tire and this assembly, I got the one arm. I see that people get the 2 arms, and it's more expensive. Not double, but close to double. And the one arm is ready for about 450 pounds, and really the instruction says that really to break this assembly it takes almost 5,000 pounds to break it. So even at 450 pounds, the airplane, my plane, is right now is less than 600 pounds. So I'm not going to have near ever that much weight in the back. And the other thing with this that I did, so just so you know, I live about 40 minutes from Matco. So I went to Matco and looked at the tires, and I looked at these tires, and this is the Dash 8, which is the 8 inches. And then there's a Dash 8W, which is a fatter one. The fatter one is really, really wide. The W for wide, and it's about almost three of these tires wide. And I thought it was just way too much. It's 1 pound heavier than the assembly is, a pound heavier than this one also. So if you need weight, you can do that. But then the other thing is that Matco has a receiver for 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches. So it says that it has a receiver for 1.25 and 1.5 with no changes, and the T3 comes on 1.5. So I was wondering, how can they do that? How can Matco has the 2 without any changes? And the way they do it is very simple. So this will fit here. This is my 1.5, but then from uh, what is it? This is the packaging. Supercubs North. So then from Supercubs North sent me this one that is for 1.5, but he also sent me one that is for 1.25, and I can just swap them easy. And what I found out is that this receiver can have either one of the two. So as you can see here, it has these two dividers over here with a little groove, and one is for the center one is for 1.25, and the other one is for 1.5. So each one of these will work with mine, and I'm gonna send one of the two back to Dan. He's been extremely fast, extremely helpful, excellent person to talk to deal with. So you can buy this from Kitfox, and Matco is great. I talked to them. I just can't believe they were so very patient with me. They took me over their shop. I went inside where they make the tires and the wheels and the assemblies and the brakes and the rims, and just they were really nice with me, and so I'm very happy. So this is my decision. This is what I'm going for. And now what I'm going to do is a little weight comparison. Oh, one more thing. So I was going to install this, the springs that came here. I was going to install them in my Matco. And I asked the engineer, and the engineer said that they have the springs with the right tension for this wheel to work properly. So I bought their kit for the springs. So I'm going to leave this wheel as it is with the springs and everything that it comes with. This wheel is pretty new. It has like 80 hours total. But now this one comes with the spring, and if you want this setup to work as engineered, then if you get the tire, you should get their kit of springs, so it behaves as designed, and that's what I want. I don't want to fake or make or redesign something that is already so well designed that, like Matco does their products. So this is my setup. Okay, so here I have my assembly with the parts. And it's 7 pounds and 10 ounces, 10.8 ounces for my assembly, for my current assembly. The tail wheel from Matco. Is 8.8 pounds and 2.4 ounces. This is the T3. I'm sorry about that. My camera stopped and I wasn't aware that it stopped. So the weight is the weight difference is 5 pounds and 2.5 ounces is the total increment in weight. Tires ready. Everything is like it should, and now what is left is to put the fittings here and the chain to the chain. Then you take this out, you weave it around, and this is how it goes. And it will go like this. $15". $14". So again, about 6.5 inches higher. I added some spacers here. I added 3 spacers. Each one of them is 1/8. So 3/8 spacers. I can add another if I wanted, or 2 more. The reason I didn't add, I have to be careful with the gap here that I want to keep. And then the other reason is that my screw is flush already, almost flush. It's not flush, I can see at one thread, and so I don't want to go anymore. Maybe later if I need it, then I'll go 1 or 2 more 8s. And for every 8 here, I gain a quarter, about a quarter, a little fraction more than a quarter here. So I could still go 1 more 8 and go 1 more quarter, but I don't know if that's needed. So I'm gonna experiment. I'm gonna test it and see how it works, and then I'll go from there. All right.
All right. And we're looking at the tail wheel.
Yeah.
The big, beefy, new tail wheel.
All right. Battery.
And the intrepid aviator climbs into his aircraft.
Prop clear.
Very nice. Looks like it handles beautifully too. Is it
Yes,
better? Is it
feels
better than
really
the
good.
original one?
Huh?
Do you have better control than the original one?
Yes, very easy. Even it was textured. You just put it
This
there.
is the final result of the
That's it.
tail wheel. This is the T3. The T3 is working really, really well. I really like it. And the Matco tire,
Yeah.
it shifts really well, engages really well. I'm pleased with that. The springs that you see here, that's how I did it. Haven't been able to see any drawings of how Matco would like us to have it. So everybody's free on their own to do whatever they like. So I've seen many different setups. One thing that I've seen is that nobody uses, a lot of people don't use the hookups that come from Matco. So I didn't use them either. They're open, and I don't feel very comfortable with that. But so far, it's working pretty good for me. So I hope this video helps you, and thanks for watching. I'll see you.